This is television for the Isles of Scilly, brought to you with Worldwide Financial Planning, Truro and Penwith College, and the Scilly Lottery. From Radio Scilly, this is scillytv.com. Age is a state of mind. That's the view of one attendee of the Age and Ambition Day at the golf club recently. Elderly islanders were asked to express their views on a tree of wishes, which would be assessed by the Adult Social Services team and Age Concern. Sometimes the body does slow down, and on hand, Leslie Thomas and Anita Bedford from St Mary's Hospital with advice on being safe in the home and what to do if you fall. There was stacks of advice and information from social services and healthcare providers. Plenty to read, and a chance to find out about ways in which the Memory Cafe stimulates the mind. Their regular sessions on a Friday afternoon discuss items kept in an old suitcase, memorabilia from the 30s, 40s, 50s and 60s to encourage debate, discussion and rekindle old memories. The day, arranged by the Council's Social Services team, was also about feeling good, and on hand, Emma Richards offering hand massages. After a free lunch, attendees were treated to poetry recitals from Tom Scott, Dr. Toby Dalton and Rowan Armstrong. Mainland organisation Arts for Health arranged the Tree of Wishes. Everybody in attendance was asked to place their hopes and concerns on a piece of paper and post it on the tree's branches. Wishes expressed ranged from a desire to travel to wanting to mirror some of the activities of our more active retired residents. And some were just downright cheeky. And of course some of the comments dealt with the challenges faced by our island's elderly community in these austere times. Councillor Richard McCarthy heads up the council committee that looks after adult social care. He said that they wanted to gauge opinion during the sessions. There are plans to build a replacement for Park House and independent housing for the elderly, and islanders got a chance to say which of the sites on the shortlist they felt were best by placing flags on a map of St Mary's. The secondary school site at Carn Thomas and Holgates Green were clear favourites. Islanders failed to see the merits of suggested sites at Telegraph, the Porthlow Boatyard and by the Health Centre and the Buzzer Tower. Rachel Gaunt from Point and Bradbury Winter Coal Architects in St Ives says that it's clear that people want to have an accessible site for any development. The consultation exercise will continue until the springtime. Why on earth would you want to book your boat travel online? Well, a St Agnes man's hoping people will realise the benefits. John Peacock's launched a new online booking service aimed to save travellers money and start saving the planet by reducing the number of trips required, thus saving fuel. John has just launched an £8,000 website supported by the local action group in a session at Lifelong Learning at Carn Thomas. Islanders who regularly travel to St Agnes are being asked to set up a login account. The island's Anglican priest, Canon Peter Walker, says he'll be using the system. John explains that the more people that use a boat service, the cheaper it will become for users. John says he has big plans for the future. His next development will be to enhance the experience of visitors. Father Christmas has already had a busy time on our islands, visiting the Wheelhouse for a fundraiser for Cancer Research UK and Help for Heroes, and then travelling up to the parish church and the church pavilion with his little helper to attend the elderly residents' Christmas afternoon, arranged by the Ladies' Circle. Santa says young islanders needn't worry, he'll try and visit every house in Scilly on Christmas Eve. The run-up to Christmas is a busy time for fundraising on our islands, and Beryl Reid from Cancer Research UK says it's been a good year. There are a number of competing events at this time of year. Beryl says it makes sense to share an event with another organisation, like Help for Heroes. And for many islanders, it's difficult cramming in all the events at this time of year. As soon as attendees at the fundraiser at the Wheelhouse had heard who'd won the raffle prizes, many rushed up to the church pavilion to help out with the traditional card game of Hoy. An Isles of Scilly artist is opening the first town centre gallery with an artist in residence for over a decade. Steve Sherris has enjoyed 5 seasons at Porthmelon and things have gone well, but there have been changes with the industrial estate losing some of its draws, including garden and decor and the wholesalers. Steve says the chance to buy a shop from Terry Ward on a freehold arrangement was too good to be true. Steve says he's unsure whether things will be different with a town centre location, and for him it'll be a learning curve. For the meantime, his existing gallery at Porthmelon will stay open. He'll be dashing between the two sites. The owner of Island Properties, Tony Dingley, says he's reducing his involvement in day-to-day operations. Joining the business, the owner of St Mary's Hall Hotel, Clifford Freeman. Tony says at 66 years of age, he's looking for a reduced workload.